I had something similar actually. Not a million miles away from it. Like I went down to right. So I was seeing this lady friend
Right.
down in Wales, and I went to meet her, and like we'd had a few dates and that, and I was traveling from Port Talbot down to Lampeter it was, and we everything was good, but like I don't know if you know this, Sam, but like I'm going bald, right? I know it's a shock, yeah, but I hide it
Didn't
pretty
want to say
well. But
anything.
back then it was the old 2 pence piece,
All right,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
at the
Just
back of
a
the head.
very small balding, yeah.
Yeah, right. So it was just so because I'd had all my other hair long, right? How to describe it? Like when, right? Okay, when you're like flying out over a plane, you're looking at just like a nice bit of forest, and then there's just some horrible black reamed out
Yeah,
patch.
yeah.
Like, you're like,
Where
what
the
the fuck
campfire
happened there?
was.
Yeah, like just like I don't know, it got burnt down, or
Kids spray painted it.
Saruman's been breeding orcs, or you don't know what you don't know what it is, right?
Yeah.
So it was like that on the back of my head because it was just all hair, and then just this little patch where the hair was just wispy, like under your ball bag or something. But the rest of my hair was just hair. So anyway, I fucking bicked my head.
Right.
I thought,
All
fuck
in.
it, yeah, all in, right?
Yeah.
Like bollocks to it. So I bicked my head and went down to see her again, and I turn up. And she takes one look at me, looking like a plugged chicken,
Yeah.
and she says, "Just nah." And I'm like, well, no, this legit happened, man.
Brexit, dog.
She
Brexit, I'm out.
she Brexited out of my heart, mate. Right? I was like, what do you mean, nah? And she goes, nah, look at the fucking state of you. Legit, dog. This honestly fucking happened.
Rinsed.
This honestly fucking happened. Like I got rinsed and travelled down all that fucking way. Thought, here we go, right? Lovely bit of
his pickle.
yeah, lovely bit of sex. Nah, right? So got wrecked.
Cool.
And I was like, well, I've come down to see you, like, I've come down to see you specifically. Like, where am I going to stay? No, my problem. But she was just like, have a look at your life. She was so, mate, it just blew. Yeah, it blew her mind that I might want to shave my head. Like, it just blew her fucking mind, So. So I'm like, this is fucking bad, like I've got nowhere to stay. And I used to, right, like if I ever got arseholed and couldn't make it back to my room,
Right.
there was this one like posh little hall
Okay.
where all the rich students used to stay in, and it had a communal toilet, right? And and what you could do is you could get in there without anyone seeing you, and you could lie on the floor and just put your feet against the door, so it was just like it was locked, so people couldn't open it. And I've had many a fine night on that toilet floor down the years. So I thought I'm gonna go do that, So I thought, fuck it. Sooner because obviously it's a shithole small Welsh town, so I couldn't even get back to Port Talbot by this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was no way back. I was just
Too
trapped,
deep.
like. Yeah, just trapped. I'm just too deep in the fucking mumbles. You know what I mean? It's all over. Like public transport shut down. No one can drive, obviously, because that requires operating machinery. So fuck it, right? So I just thought, sooner I go to bed, I'll get up about 5 a.m. I'll catch the 6 a.m. bus home, and we'll just never speak about Baldgate ever again. So I'm lying on this toilet floor, right? And I'm thinking, I can't go out like this. This cannot be happening to me, right? Richie fucking Lewis. This cannot be happening. So I just got up and I found a bar that was still open, and I was down there, and there was some crusty student, with the stinky dreads and the fucking, and the yellow
White
teeth
Welsh
and all.
sort of guy, like.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because obviously capitalism wants us to bathe, so we reject it. The building blocks of anarchy, right? You start by just not having a wash.
Yeah.
If my foreskin's humming, I'm doing something right,
Start of activism.
Yeah, you go. That's how activism begins, right? So I saw him, and he was at the bar, and he was selling magic mushrooms that he'd picked earlier, because obviously it's Wales. Yeah, the classic, right? And this cunt had literally gone up there, and he just mined we had this huge hill called Magic Mountain, and every September it was brown with magic mushrooms, right? Brown with magic. And he'd gone up there and mined it all, like just completely just took all of them.
But
yeah, and then he was selling them, and he was selling them to people. So I just went up to him and I was like, look, mate, I'm having a real rough time. How much for them mushrooms? And I'm expecting, fiver, you know, for that. He was mad. He was selling them for like 25 quid a gram or something. It was unreal.